Hello, my friend of shared destiny. Have you ever, in a quiet moment standing in the kitchen, looking out the window, suddenly realized one thing? The scenery out there remains the same, but only your body has changed from before. Perhaps it is a slight ache in the lower back or hands that have begun to show the marks of time. We often fear and view those signs of aging as a breakdown or a failure of the body. But my dear friend, please do not think that way. Aging is not a fading away. It is a glorious medal, proving that you have traveled a very long and very courageous path in this life. Today, let us sit together to learn how to love this companion through 7 habits of nourishing body and mind, so that the coming years are not an endurance, but a journey of dignity, of stillness, and a quiet strength from within. Habit 1. Kindness to the body. We begin with the first habit, also the most important foundation, body kindness. Every morning, when you wake up, what is the first voice that echoes in your mind? Is it a complaint? My back hurts again? Or why are my legs so heavy? Or I'm truly old now. We often have the habit of judging our body when it is no longer as quick as we wish. We consider aches and pains a nuisance, even a betrayal of the body against ourselves. But dear friend, try changing this perspective with a deeper wisdom. The body is not failing. It is communicating. The ache in the knee joint is not to tease you. It is a whispered message. Master, please slow down a bit. Walk each step more mindfully. Morning fatigue is not uselessness. It is an invitation for you to spend a few more minutes relying on yourself. In Buddhism, mindfulness of the body, returning to observe and care for the physical form, is the first and most important step of awakening. You cannot have a peaceful soul in a body that is hated. So how to practice this kindness? Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, please do not rush out of bed like a machine, nor let the mind dive straight into worries. Spend the first 3 minutes of the day lying still. Place your hand on your heart or your abdomen and feel the rise and fall of life. Take 3 deep breaths and send a silent thank you to this body. Thank you for working hard with me throughout the past decades. Thank you for still functioning so that I can see the dawn today. After that, perform very small movements. Gently rotate the wrists. Lightly stretch the toes. Stretch the shoulders very slowly. Move as if you are waking up a soulmate, not dragging a rusty carriage. When you start the day with cherishing instead of forcing, you will see your body respond with a completely different energy, the energy of gratitude. Habit 2. Eating as an act of self-respect. We move to the second habit, an act that occurs every day, but whose true meaning we often forget, mindful eating. Many people entering their later years, especially when living alone, often fall into the state of eating just to get it over with. We eat standing right in the kitchen, or eat in front of the television screen to fill the silence of the house. We swallow food hastily, without truly tasting the flavor of life. But dear friend, in the Zen tradition, eating is valued equally with sitting meditation. Zen masters teach, eating is not just refueling. It is a relationship. It is the sacred relationship between you and the earth and sky, between the labor of many people and your own existence. Try changing the way you dine starting today with a small ritual. Before picking up the chopsticks, pause for a few seconds. Look at the food in front of you. Even if it is just a bowl of white porridge or a plate of boiled vegetables, see their color and presence. Take 3 deep breaths. These breaths help you invite the mind back from worries out there to the body to prepare to receive nutrients. When eating, slow down. Chew a bit more thoroughly. In old age, the digestive system needs gentleness. Chewing well is an act of love for your stomach. And remember the golden rule of the Japanese, harahachi. Only eat until 80% full. Do not force the body to overwork. Leave a little empty space in the stomach for energy and blood to circulate. Even if you are eating alone, set the table neatly. Do not eat from the pot or plastic containers. Arrange it in the most beautiful bowl, because how you eat reflects how much you value yourself. Mindful eating is your way of declaring to the universe, I deserve to be cared for. I respect the life that is nourishing me. Habit 3. Joining the flow of life. We move to the third habit, gentle movement. I know for many people entering their later years, movement becomes a hidden obsession. We fear sudden joint pain, fear feeling out of breath, and the greatest fear is the fear of falling. That very fear causes us to withdraw, choosing to sit still in an armchair, and believing that is the safest way to preserve energy. But dear friend, if water stands still, it becomes stagnant. The human body is the same. Life lies in circulation. Completely remove the pressure of the concept of exercise from your youth. Do not look at people running marathons or at the gym and feel inferior. Engrave this fresh and free mindset. Movement is participation, not performance. You do not need to move to prove you are still strong or flexible to anyone. You move simply to signal to the universe, I am still here. I am still a living part of this world. Try practicing walking meditation, a wonderful way to move for old age. No need to go fast, no need to go far. Just take very slow steps in the house or on the porch. Focus all your attention on the soles of your feet. Feel the contact between the feet and the ground. With each step placed down, be aware that Mother Earth is supporting you stable and safe. There is no destination to rush to. The destination is each step you are taking. If your knee hurts today, listen to it and walk slower, or just sit still and rotate the ankles gently. Respecting the limits of the body is also a form of wisdom. Do not force it beyond the threshold, but do not let fear imprison you in immobility. Stand up, stretch gently, and feel the warm blood flowing through your veins. That is the simple joy of being alive in a form that can still move. Habit 4. Nourishing the vibrancy of the mind. We come to the fourth habit, the habit that helps you maintain youthfulness even when your hair has turned silver. Keep the mind always vibrant. There is a major psychological trap in old age, which is the thought, I am old. I know everything. There is nothing left to learn. The very moment you slam the door of curiosity shut is when aging truly starts to attack the brain. Do not let your mind become a dusty warehouse. Turn it into a garden that is always sprouting. In Zen, there is a beautiful quality called beginner's mind. It is the ability to see everything, no matter how familiar with eyes, as clear as the first time seeing it. Looking at a blooming flower, do not just glance past it. Stop and be curious about its color and fragrance like a child. Curiosity is the strongest anti-aging medicine. Learning at this age is not heavy schoolwork or books. Learning is when you open a new page to travel to strange lands, right on your armchair. Learning is when you practice playing a game of chess or solve a crossword to activate neurons. And most beautifully, learning is when you tell stories. Share your life experiences with your children and grandchildren, not to lecture, but to transmit wisdom. When you tell stories, memories come alive, and you realize your own value. And please do not let your mind be lonely. Find yourself a sangha, a group of elderly friends or soulmates to drink tea and converse with. The connection between people is the electricity that lights the lamp of wisdom. Do not lock yourself within four walls. Step outside, talk and listen. When the mind still craves understanding, then old age is just numbers. Habit 5. Caring for the emotional heart. We come to the fifth habit, the most profound part, and also the one requiring the most courage, caring for the inner emotional garden. Old age is often the time when memories return, when the noise of making a living subsides. The echoes of the past begin to rise. There are many who carry with them a glowing coal of anger for decades. You hold it tight in your hand to throw at the person who hurt you, but the first and most painfully burned person is you. There are also those who wear a heavy stone of regret on their chest. Regret for mistakes in youth, regret for words not yet spoken. That stone weighs down, making every breath of old age laborious, instead of suppressing it until the heart turns to stone cold and calloused. Buddhism invites us to practice the rain method to pour coolness onto the soul. First is R for recognize. When sadness or anger strikes, do not chase it away. Name it. Sadness is visiting, or regret is present. Next is A for allow. Let that emotion exist. Do not judge it as wrong. You are human, and knowing pain is a sign you still have a warm heart. Then is I for investigate. See where this pain is located in the body? What does it say about your unmet needs? And most importantly, N for nurture. Place your hand on your heart and comfort the wounded child within. Say to yourself, I forgive you. You did the best you could with what you knew at that time. Do not carry the coal or the stone into the final stage of the journey. Drop them by the side of the road. A light heart, forgiving of oneself. And life is the most precious asset of a peaceful old age. Habit 5. Caring for the emotional heart. We come to the fifth habit, the most profound part, and also the one requiring the most courage, caring for the inner emotional garden. Old age is often the time when memories return, when the noise of making a living subsides. The echoes of the past begin to rise. There are many who carry with them a glowing coal of anger for decades. You hold it tight in your hand to throw at the person who hurt you, but the first and most painfully burned person is you. There are also those who wear a heavy stone of regret on their chest. Regret for mistakes in youth, regret for words not yet spoken. That stone weighs down, making every breath of old age laborious, instead of suppressing it until the heart turns to stone cold and calloused. Buddhism invites us to practice the rain method to pour coolness onto the soul. First is R for recognize. When sadness or anger strikes, do not chase it away. Name it. Sadness is visiting, or regret is present. Next is A for allow. Let that emotion exist. Do not judge it as wrong. You are human, and knowing pain is a sign you still have a warm heart. Then is I for investigate. See where this pain is located in the body? What does it say about your unmet needs? And most importantly, N for nurture. Place your hand on your heart and comfort the wounded child within. Say to yourself, I forgive you. You did the best you could with what you knew at that time. Do not carry the coal or the stone into the final stage of the journey. Drop them by the side of the road. A light heart, forgiving of oneself. And life is the most precious asset of a peaceful old age. Habit 7. Connecting with the inner light. We close the journey of self-care with the 7th habit, the habit that brings eternal depth to the soul. Connecting with spiritual life. Please do not rush to think spirituality is something far away, superstitious, or mystical. Spirituality, in its simplest understanding, is turning inward to light the inner light when physical eyes dim with age. The eyes of wisdom and contemplation become even clearer. That is the light of calmness, of a deep view of impermanence, that only those who have gone through enough ups and downs can possess. Every day, spend about 5 minutes sitting still in silence. No need for elaborate chanting. Just sit there, breathe, and feel the connection with the great life operating around you. Send a thank you to the universe for letting you live until today, experiencing all levels of joy, anger, love, and sorrow, and a most beautiful spiritual practice. I want to suggest for you, practice retelling your life story with appreciation. Look back at the stumbles, the successes, the partings and reunions, not with regret, but as perfect puzzle pieces creating the person you are today. Do not think of yourself as a useless old person. Engrave this. Your life itself is a teaching. The way you live, the way you overcome suffering, the way you smile at old age. That is the most precious lesson you pass on to your descendants, more valuable than any material wealth. Live, so that the conclusion of that story is beautiful and serene. My dear friend, we have closed the journey of 7 habits for nourishing body and mind. I hope you do not view this as a checklist of tasks, but as a gentle way of life to rely on every day. Please never think that caring for yourself at this age is selfish or too late. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the beat of life and engrave this affirmation. You deserve care simply because you are alive. If these shares bring a bit of warmth to your soul, please leave a gentle subscribe as a promise so we continue to accompany each other in the next stories. Praying for your brilliant years ahead to always be filled with stillness and peace. Goodbye, and see you again.